but that should be fine, I think. I don't know what the resolution of this game was anymore. It's just been so long. Oculus crosses the street to Polar Dominator. Okay, so how did I play this game again? Like, which buttons did I use for this? Ooh, well, enter something. So yeah, it has been, Jesus. 2 months? How long has it been? It's like been way too long at least, I can tell you that. Okay. Should do your thing. Do your thing. Haven't we already seen this? Anyway, but yeah, it has been 2 months because of all the issues with the internet and all this stuff. So it should be time to finish this off. However, I don't remember leaving off on this place though. Maybe I should just load the game. See what it does. Actually, never mind. It seems that, yeah. The 10th. Well, it seems to say the same thing as the, oh, no. I need to get used to these, weird-ass keybinds again. But yeah, it has been 2 months because of all the issues with the internet, which is very lovely. Maybe the save files got lost in Purity Forest. No Purity Forest today. No Purity Forest today. Don't think I have anything else to say. I'm not sure how long it is going to take to finish this, but I've heard it should not be too much longer, so you should be able to finish this in like 2 hours, I hope. But yes, it's already Christmas in 2 weeks. It's quite a bit, isn't it? It doesn't feel like that at all. This year has been such a doozy, really. Just sassy today, lad. Lab is just kind of upset about the whole thing with Christian, with his streams and stuff. Because he goes long on Wednesdays when I was originally streaming this, so I couldn't stream more of it, because he was kinda in the way. But yeah, let's get into it. I don't really remember where we left off. I think we were about to catch the culprit or something like that, but, well, guess we'll see. Shion, come here. Oh, I missed your voice. What, Yoi? Did you get a hit? How's the audio, by the way? Tell me if it's fine or not. Seems like it. There was a bunch of corrupted data inside the system administration server of the AI secretary network. Dr. Era, I've missed you so much. Haven't we all? Haven't we all? Perhaps that's where Alpha is hiding. Analyst Karen Amori, can you contact HQ's cyber warfare team? Okay. I thought we were out back on the streets, but I guess not. I see. So he's hiding in one of the home systems. Darling. Here he is, lab. Here he is. You can hear the voices, right? Or do we need to change the audio a little bit? Because it's been so long that all the audio settings are all over the place. Alright, that's good, that's good. You're actually here for the RS. He's an AI secretary born in the city, returning to his former home as well. Understandable. Immediately, we received a report from headquarters confirming that the corrupted data in the server was a VR space constructed by Alpha. That was where he was hiding. At the same time, it was confirmed via the street camera that the people who were taken away by the drones were still alive deep within Gate A14. There's only 2 sets of cyber warfare equipment, so who are the ones that will be going in? About that, we just received orders from HQ. After discussing who was best suited for the task, they decided the main will be Nadeshiko, and the sub will be Tsurugi. Sub, oh my. And we'd eliminate Alpha. I was determined to stop him with my own 2 hands, but whenever I got too close to him, something shuddered within my chest. He was a mysterious AI that gave me flashbacks each time we met, even though I knew he needed to be eliminated. That face of his made me feel so nostalgic. But that sentimentality was futile. Alpha made the city a hellhole, and was far too dangerous. I definitely eliminate him, for the sake of true happiness. Oh no, she's starting to sound like him. That's not good. Understood. Oh, back to making those mistakes again. Understood. If I'm deemed suitable, then that's what I will do. I will definitely eliminate Alpha and return peace to the city. And for Tsurugi, let's proceed accordingly. It's team. It's the team. You know shit is not about to go happen. Yeah, I will definitely reach Alpha. There's something I need to tell him. That's such a good theme though. This entire soundtrack is just good. I'm not quite sure whether your sentimentality has any effect on cyber warfare equipment, but you know Alpha more than anyone else, enforced Tsurugi. Leave Alpha to Miss Gugatachi and me, Inspector Ginoza, and there are lives that need to be saved. You don't have to tell me that, Gugatachi. Tsurugi, do what needs to be done. And good luck, you do. Good luck. I'm just saying good luck now. I want to hear about everything when you get back. We'll take care of everything on our end. See you later, handsome. Be safe. You need to go to the lab to prep for the dive. Follow me. Oh yes, I would follow you. Yes. Right. Everyone in Division 1 wished Enforcer Tsurugi and me luck. Then we made our way to the lab. It was time to settle the score with Alpha. It's so weird having an actual microphone now, instead of this headset. At the lab, Enforcer Tsurugi and I lied on the beds with tubes stuck in both of our arms. Oh dear. Oh yeah, yes, welcome to my my discount Cyberpunk 2077 stream. So which one of these two is going to die? If everyone wishes them good luck. How about I'm going to say that both die? How about that one? Then I'm sure at least half. I'm at least half sure. I will monitor your brain activity and vitals as much as possible, but don't depend on it. I can't overestimate my skills against Alpha. Understood. Does monitoring our brain activity mean you can read what we're thinking? Not unless you intentionally communicate them to me. At best, I can check to make sure your brain is functioning properly. Maybe Sybil can. Please boot like Cyberpunk here doesn't fire PlayStation 5. Oh yeah, true. I mean, I'm not too surprised about the game having so much trouble and difficulties. I mean, it has been so ambitious and it has been overhyped for years now. It's like, of course this was going to happen, that something was going to go wrong with the launch. It's like, yeah, just completely expected, if you ask me. But hey, I wasn't that interested in the game to begin with, so hey, not my problem. But it's kind of funny to see everyone who has basically licking their boots is now complaining about the game not working optimally and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of funny. No, Sybil reads nothing more than a cymatic scan. It just uses what it observes, applies to what we find in the field, then weighs out those factors. It's also statistics.
あらドロイドちゃん監視官のくせにシビラ批判
Oh, Miss Droid, you're just judging Sybil even though you're just an inspector?
単なる事実です。それに将来は本当に心を読み取れるようになるかもしれませんよ。それがより人の幸福に必要だとすれ
Yeah,
ば
about that.
システムは進化するでしょうね。
It is a simple truth, and maybe in the future it will be able to read what people truly desire. The system continues to evolve in order to fulfill everyone's happiness.
いやいや、心を読まれるとかゾッとしねえよ。あれだ、宿題やろうとしてるところにやれって言われると逆にやる気がなくなるのと一緒だ。何事も分かって先回りすることはねえよ。
Shut up, Siri. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about Lab. That is really just, jeez. I don't know what to say. That's just pathetic, really. Then again, I'm not really surprised these days that it's something that happens. It's really sad, but yeah, it's not really unexpected either. It's unfortunate, but yeah, not much you can do about it. Nah, it's more like doing your homework as someone's breathing down your neck, telling you to do what you already are. So then you just don't want to anymore.
それはまた違う問題のような気もしますが。と、空の森分析官、準備はよろしいのでしょうか。
The devs of Cyberpunk are left pressed when they said they weren't gonna release the game yet because it was not searched yet, and now that it releases earlier than they wanted, it's a buggy mess. Call me surprised. Yeah, they should have just delayed it till next year, if you ask me. And then everything could have been sorted. It was also very poorly optimized apparently for older systems, so yeah. Even the computer versions are really kind of messed up still, so yeah. They should have just taken their time instead of crunching until the end, but hey, no, people wanted the game, so now they got the game and they aren't happy with it. Gamers are never happy. Also, the delayed Cyberpunk meme was funny, yeah. It was funny. It's like, oh hey, they made an announcement. Oh hey, they delayed it again. What a surprise! I think there's a different kind of problem. Anyway, Analyst Karen Amari, are the preparations ready?
あとはこれを頭にかぶってグローブを手にはめるだけ
It's like, yeah, it was like half an hour left, 1.5 hours left or something about the game, but since I get distracted so much, it's probably going to take us longer. Yeah, all that's left to do is to put these gloves on your hands and this VR visor on your head. Oh no, it's sorted online now. We had access to gloves and visors similar to the ones people used to access the VR space, but the ones we had were black, tougher than consumer goods, and had more mods.
使い方は
It's fine, Laplace, it's fine.
に接続する端末と同じね
It's what makes my stream, I guess.
プログラムをよく知らない
Besides, Dylan also gets distracted all the time when he's playing busy person. It connects to the VR space like a normal terminal would. Basically, the CAW allows you to create what you visualize, so even if you don't know programming, you can operate it.
つまりどういうことだ
And so, what's that supposed to mean?
中に入ったら向こうのトラップや攻撃はゲームのアイコンみたいに見えると思うわそれに対抗するあなたたちの武器もドミネーターやシールドの形にビジュアライズされる
Once you're inside, your traps and enemy attacks will look like they're from a game. To combat those things, you will be able to recreate the Dominator or virtually anything else. Ah, yes. Let me slap Alpha in the face with this giant, 12-foot long purple dildo in order to teach him his lesson. That would work.
私たちは仮想空間の街をいつものように走り、ドミネーターで対象を撃つだけで消去できるというわけですね。
So we will run through a city as usual and eliminate targets with the Dominator.
でもそれだけじゃない
It's going to play Half-Life
実
Alex.
際に自分の肉体を動かすようにアバターを操作できるわつまり体で相手を抑え込めば相手の動きを止めることもできる
But not only that, you can control your avatar as if you were actually moving your body. In other words, if you visualize it, you can achieve it.
考えて動いたことが全部勝手にプログラムに組み込まれて電子空間
So
で
you
で
can just make
きる
yourself
ように
fly
なる
then?
ってわけかすんげえな一体どうなってるんだ
So when I visualize my actions, they are automatically written into the program, taking effect in the virtual world. That's great, but how does it work?
さあさすがにそのあたりよくわからないのよね でもこんなもの出してきたってことは上も本気なんでしょうね。
Of course that gets caught. Get an automatic cannon. Well, I'm not quite sure about that, but the higher-ups must be pretty serious if they build this thing.
私たちが間に合わない場合、被害を少しでも減らすためにサドカイ上司を犠牲にするかもしれませんね。
If we can't make it in time, we might have to sacrifice all the civilians inside the Marine City in order to reduce as many casualties as possible. That reminds me, I think it was during one of Dylan's streams that, when he was doing Thunder's Eyes or something like that, when Mamizo said she came from the island of Sado. So I guess that's where this Marine City has been built upon or something like that. Which I find like an interesting tidbit. It's like, hey, I know that name. I know that location.
おい、いくらなんでもそりゃ。いや、あり得る話か。俺たちが守るのは常に最大多数の最大幸福だ。この町の人間を切り捨てるべき少数だと上が判断する可能性はある。
Hey, that's too extreme. Actually, it may be possible we protect the livelihoods of the majority. The top brass may likely regard the civilians here as acceptable losses.
ないと言いたいとこだけ
It
ど
really is, isn't it?
言えないのが嫌なとこね。
I want to tell you that you're wrong, but I can't. It was tragic, but there was no other choice. But we could not just accept that fate. We had done our best, then would continue to do so. The real battle had not even begun.
行きましょう、剣執行官。上がそういった決断を下す可能性を配慮すると時間はありません。
Let's go, Enforcer Tsurugi. If we wait for a decision from the top brass, we won't make it in time.
ええ、問題のホームセクレタリサーバーはアスナラマンションの会議サーバーよ。そこに存在しないはずの VR 空間があるの。
Yeah, the AI secretary program in question is located in the Asunara residence. There is a VR space there that shouldn't even exist.
アスナロマンション。それは俺とゆかりが住んでたところだ。あいつはやっぱりそこに戻ってきたんだな。
The Asunara residence. That's where Yukari and I used to live. I knew you'd go back there. Hello there, Red. Good evening. After hearing that name, my chest shuddered. My mind fogged like it had when it was on the verge of a flashback. I put on my VR visor, but there was no time for nostalgia.
剣執行官、情けをかけてはいけません。相手は凶悪なバグ AI です。
Enforcer Tsurugi, you cannot show him any mercy. Our enemy is a malicious and tyrannical AI.
わかってるさ、久方次長。あいつは俺が止める。父親として。そして、デカとしてな。空の森城、始めてくれ。
I know that, Miss Kukitachi. I will stop him. As a father, and also as a detective. Miss Karanomori, please begin the operation.
わかったわ。いってらっしゃい。無事に帰ってきてね。
Also, I'm noticing that the button overlays in the bottom are are different now. There's like the same 1 and 6 instead of enter and escape and those kind of things. Wonder if that has to do with the Xbox controller being hooked up to this game for the first time. That it's displaying those controls instead of my keyboard. Understood. Take care and come back safely. Work. A flitch, right. The switch was flipped on, and then my consciousness was brought into the VR space. Okay, I was gonna say we're not going to stare at that for the majority, are we? A city spread out before my eyes. The city, Southern Marine City, but the buildings were all replaced with a fantastical facade. Facade, not facade. Facade. God damn it. Stupid English. Almost as if we strayed into a fairy tale, the sight of castles and towers brought a pang of nostalgia. Well then, it's an interesting background now. Which has been slipped. I flubbed. How nostalgic. Huh?
俺の幼馴染が昔こういうイラストを描いてた。アルファに絵本を読んでやりながらな。絵を描くのは上層教育に。
Oh gee, I wonder who this childhood friend was. My childhood friend used to draw illustrations while she read books of Alpha. She said drawing was a great way to cultivate aesthetic sensibility.
この空間そのものがアルファの心象風景なのですね。
So the space is what we are seeing in our minds. So the space is what we are seeing in our mind's eye. No, Alphas.
あいつもおそらく
Doesn't throw me off.
俺たちがつけている電子戦装備と同じような機能でこの空間を作り上げているんだろう。気をつけろ、クガタ地上。ここは奴のテリトリーだ。
I mean, you are in virtual reality. Can you even get physically hurt and stuff like that? Is that even gonna work? Or is it like if you die in a game, you die in real life? It's like, they didn't explain that to us, did they? Maybe he has the same ability as the CAW, and that's how he created this virtual space. Be careful, Miss Kukitachi. This is his territory.
分かっています。
I know that.
はーい、突入隊のお二人さん、聞こえてる？
Hey Joe, can you guys hear me?
よく聞こえています。
Loud and clear.
オッケー。じゃあマップデータ送るわね。本局の電子情報戦チームが突き止めたアルファの居所よ。
Okay, I'm going to send the data then. It's a map showing Alpha's location that was discovered by the cyber warfare team.
共有します。
Okay, share it.
悪い、空の森城。音声デー
Get
タの
brain
やり
damage
取
from
り
the
は
mess up.
最小限
I don't know.
どうやらお迎えが来たらしい。処理能力
Did they ever use VR? Well, no, of course, they did use VR in the original series. They did that with the whole Spooky Boogie incident. I forgot about that. I don't really remember the negative sides of it though. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't really say. Sorry, Miss Karanamori, but I have to limit voice chats to a minimum. Looks like we got some guests. I need to focus on my processing power to fight. I noticed our OK text in the corner of my view, but I didn't have time to read the rest. The swarm gathering above us at top of the tower was more of a priority. Atop us? Tower? What? They were drones, which resemble steam wyverns? Wyverns? Wyverns, right? Of course they were imaginary, neither machines nor monsters, but a cluster of data, but they're still dangerous.
おそらくあれは構成防壁でしょう。攻撃を受ければ、今データ化されている私たちの精神は多大なダメージを受け、脳が損傷する恐れもあります。
Perhaps they're forming an offensive barrier. Since we just turned into data, our minds will suffer much damage if we are attacked, which can ultimately damage our brain. Well, there you go.
命がけ
It's
の
a modern
アクションゲー
Yu-Gi-Oh
ムだな
monster. I hate that you're not even wrong about that one. It's like an action game that actually affects your life. Oh, there we go. I raised my hand up and a Crimson Dominator appeared. This was our weapon. This was just as lethal as a gun we use in real life. Yes, but why is it red?
元ハイランクプレイヤーなめんなよ。
Don't underestimate a former high-ranked player like me. Oh god, he's a gamer. Oh god, he's a gamer. One by one, I forced Tsurugi fight his Dominator. Eliminating their targets, I must say, he was quite skilled.
俺が先導する。あんたは後ろをついてこい。
I'll lead away and just follow behind.
了解です。しかし、お見事ですね。
Roger. But you know, that was pretty impressive.
昔取ったキネズカってやつだ。アルファとこんなゲームで対戦したこともある。あいつの癖は分かって
He
る
is a
さ。
gamer. You never forget the skills you've mastered. I used to play a game like this with Alpha. Now I know what to expect.
どんな経験も役に立つという見本のようですね。
Seems like any kind of skill can be of some use here.
こんな時くらい皮肉は控えてもらいたいね。
Your sarcasm isn't appreciated at a time like this.
褒めているのですが、
I'm praising you.
そりゃどうも。
Oh, thanks. Plate arms at your hospital. We raced down the tower and into the city. After evading the wyvern drones, we rushed towards the labyrinth-like streets. Oh my god, those are robot goblins? Oh my god. The city was crawling with many monsters that tried to stop us. Most of them made out classical fantastical creatures, but some of them were reimagined as sinister-looking machines. Analyst Karen Mori provided us with a radar overlay of the entire city, signifying there were other targets in proximity to us. Her assistance was greatly appreciated. From outside of VS space, Miss Nomori probably saw firewalls and security programs in place of the monsters we encountered. After all, we were nothing more but data. I followed Enforcer Tsurugi, never losing sight of his broad shoulders. Oh my. You're definitely looking at the shoulders of his, aren't you? He pressed on once, never looking at the map. Could he confirm the target's location by memory?
地図も見ずよくまっすぐ走れますね
You were running head on without checking the map.
この町は俺たちにとっちゃ庭みたいなもんだ。町の子供なら小さい時から AI と一緒にあちこち走り回る。迷うわけねえよ。
This city was my playground. Growing up, I would run around here with my AI. There was no way I'll get lost. Enforcer Tsurugi's eyes darted at an imposing
ま
castle.
してよ。あいつと俺は同じマンションに住んでた。自分の家に帰るのに迷子になんてなりはしないさ。
Not to mention, I used to live in the same house where Alpha is located at. There was no way I wouldn't be able to find my way. Slipping in fanfic territory. I noticed an arrow light pop up, and we got disconnected from Analyst Karanamori, and we could not predict enemy attacks, and the Dominator's response time began to slow too. It must have been Alpha's doing, which meant he knew we were here. But this was bad, we were running out of time. Of course he knows you're there. You're running around shooting everything he set out there. Come on. I started to get anxious.
着いたぞ。
We're here. How decadent. A castle. Finally, we reached the castle. Facing us was a door with a golden knob.
ロックされてますね
It's locked.
そりゃそうだろう。俺たちは招かれざる客なんだからな。だが、こんなもんはこうやって。
Obviously, we are invited guests after all. So let's try this. Just shoot the door open. I thought he was being a bit over the top, but the CAW transcended his will and the door flung open. I paid inside. Got something from Warhammer 40k. Much more impressive. Just like had a giant Warhammer or something like that. Beyond the entrance, a chic room with a calm atmosphere, which seemed to resemble a young girl, lay before us. We entered the room, and heavy massive waves of nostalgia crashed into me. I noticed Enforcer Tsurugi was taken aback too.
これはゆかりの部屋だ。あいつはやっぱり俺の知っているアルファと同じだったんだ。
This is Yukari's room, so he is the same Alpha that I knew. I look at Mayu. Alpha turned around, facing us.
公安局どうしてここにこんなところまで邪魔しに来たっていうの
The Public Safety Bureau, why are you guys here? Are you trying to interfere again?
ああ。だがその前に質問がある。お前はゆかりのことを本当に覚えていないのか？
Yeah, but before that, I have a question. Do you remember anything about Yukari?
知らない。僕はそんな人なんて知らないよ。
What? I don't even know what a Yukari is.
剣執行官彼に時間を与えてはいけません
She's a gap
す
hag,
ぐに
that's what
執
she
行
is.
しなくては
Enforcer Tsurugi, don't waste any time. We need to eliminate him at once. I raised my Dominator and quickly pulled the trigger. However, a series of numbers flashed in Alpha's right eye, and the beam from the Dominator vanished.
執行僕を消去するつもりなのかさせないそんなことは
Tower fan versus annoying that shot.
消えるのはお前たちの方だ
And then instead of explaining who Yukari is, you just show them a Yukari of Yukari to make them even more confused. Eliminate? You're going to get rid of me? Well, that's not going to happen. I need to grant everyone their happiness. You guys, the ones that should be eliminated. Suddenly, Red's face materialized at a color reminding me of the AI secretary's monitor, as well as Alpha's eyes, those glaring red eyes, charging right at me. Protecting Alpha's mistaken form of justice and eliminating all those who try to stop him.
クータジ
Miss Kukitachi. Enforcer Tsurugi leaped forward and covered me. A shield emerged before the spheres could make contact, then it shattered after blocking them all.
立ち上無事か
Kukitachi, are you okay? I think you are the one who's not okay. There seemed to be no corrupted data, but was our processing power being zapped? His movement seemed kinda slow. But I refused to let that opportunity he gave me to go to waste. I pulled the trigger again, firing non-stop, which I could do here unlike in the real world.
無駄だって言ってるだろ
I said it was useless. Muda. Alpha dodged all of the attacks as if he was teleporting momentarily. And then Enforcer Tsurugi bull rushed him. Does it even work in VR?
だから無駄だって言ってるのがわからないのか
Didn't I just tell you, it's useless. Are you dear now? Alpha parried Enforcer Tsurugi's tackle, kneeing him in the gut, but before Alpha could kick him to the ground, I shot him with a Dominator. Mid-kick, Alpha dodged the attack.
今の動きガミさんのものじゃねえか
That move, isn't it gummies? What the fuck is gummy?
便利そうだからね記録させてもらったよ
It's convenient after all, so I copied it.
そうガミさんが相手ってことかよ
Damn, you're telling me my opponent is Gummy? What the fuck is Gummy? Enforcer Kogami used to... Oh! Enforcer Kogami used a martial art known as Silat, which was utilized by elite military personnel. From what I could see, Alpha had copied his moves. That Gummy. Why don't call him Go Gummy? Just, All Enforcer Tsurugi could do was defend. So against such a strong enemy, the Dominator could only be used to create a diversion, but...
僕はただ人間を幸せにしたいんだ
I just want humans to be happy. Alpha pounded him,
だってそう望まれたから
because that's what they want. He unleashed a flurry of lasers. Where the hell is he shooting these lasers from?
なぜみんなを廃人にしたあれが幸せだっていうのか
Then why did you put everyone into a coma? That's definitely not happiness.
そうだよだって人間は愚かだ自由意志を持ってるから勝手に不幸を選んで苦しむ
Video
だから
game.
最初から選ばせなければ何の問題もないじゃないか
We'll just assume he can use Tamako or something like that, I guess. Of course it is. Humans are foolish after all. Because of their own free will, they choose to be unhappy. All I'm doing is removing the main problem from the start.
それは違うわ人間は意志を持ち自分で何かをなすことが幸福につながっているの
That is wrong. Happiness is derived from free will, which allows humans to decide what will make them happy.
そんなことは関係ない色相がクリアなことだけが幸福で色相が濁ることは悪だ
That's irrelevant. Only a clear you can bring happiness, and an impure you can only bring sin. Alpha screamed with anger.
悪を排除し善なる人間の完璧な幸福を僕ら
Oh my.
AI が守るそれがなぜわからない
AI life will eliminate all sin and protect humans by giving them happiness. Why don't you understand that? Alpha kneed Enforcer Tsurugi, flinging him towards me. Countless lasers rained down upon us, but I deflected with a giant shield. The lasers ricocheted. Jesus. Ricocheted. Erasing the virtual space, we were fine, but the shield was reaching its limit. I kept repairing it, but each time it took long to fix. Not only that slowed, but my movements felt heavier too, and my strength was plummeting. Like I was sinking in quicksand. With a fading shield, I could only listen.
僕は間違ってなんかいない
From Cyberpunk to Unbound. I'm not wrong, right? I stared at him. He sounded like a child about to cry. This was bad. We can't give up. We had to stop him. I forced my arms up, raising the Dominator at Alpha. Ah. I can understand your feelings that your own way of thinking of your view is mistaken. His view is definitely wrong. I mean, I know what the word means, Yaya, but I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. Like, I only read it as ricochet and not with ed after it, basically. So I wasn't sure how to pronounce that one. Your way of thinking is wrong, Alpha.
僕が間違っているだって。
Did you just say I'm wrong? Yes. The flurry of lasers stopped. Alpha stared at me, furrowing his brow.
社会には幸福の指標があり、人間はその幸福を目指すべきであり、そこから外れ、社会に害なす可能性のある人間は排除すべき。
Oh, it's fine, Yo-Yo, it's fine. I get the misunderstanding there. Don't worry about it. There's a way of evaluating happiness, and humans aim to be the happiest they can be. Then again, those who stray from that path and threaten society are eliminated.
だったらどうして。
Then, how am I wrong?
それを決めるのはあなたではなくて、シビラだから。
It's not for you to decide. Only Sybil can.
でも色素を指標にすることはシビラが決めたことだよ。僕はそれに沿って人間の幸せを定義して。
But you is what Sybil decides in the first place. So I use that to measure everyone's happiness.
お前の消去を決めたのは公安局上層部だ。そのために俺たちが派遣された。このドミネーターはリアルのものと同じようにシビラシステムとつながっている。
The top brass of the PSB decided that you need to be eliminated. That's why we were here. This Dominator is no different from the real one connected to the Citadel system.
つまりシビラシステムもお前をいらないと判断したわけだ。残念だがな、アルファ。
In other words, the Citadel system doesn't need you anymore. Tough luck, Alpha.
そんな嘘だ。
That's a lie.
本当よ。あなたは自分勝手な判断で幸福だった人々をも不幸にした。それは許されることではないわ。
It's true. With your own judgment, you have made many happy people become the exact opposite. Such an act is unforgivable.
そんな僕がみんなを不幸にしたなんて。
There is no way I made everyone unhappy. It's big and it's red. Looks so weird that it's red. I pointed the Dominator at Alpha. His face was all scrunched up like he was about to cry.
シビラ社会を脅かす存在は悪よ。だから私が消去する。
An existence that defies Sybil is evil. That's why you will be eliminated.
そんな嘘だ。
It kinda looks wrong though. I know. Probably because it's red. Because we're so used to it being blue. That's a lie. All lies. Alpha tensed up, cowering in fear, as he tried to escape and forced Tsurugi grabbed in and pinioned the limbs of the scared AI.
逃げるな、アルファ。お前をちゃんと育てられなかったことは悪いと思ってる。だが、お前はここで罪を償わなくてはならないんだ。
Don't run, Alpha. It's my fault for not raising you right. However, you have to make amends for all the crimes you've committed. And they were tangled together. Oh my.
嫌だ。僕は悪くない。だって僕は。
Make amends? No, I'm not wrong. Alpha tried to resist, but he could not wiggle his way out of Enforcer Tsurugi's grasp. Tears streamed down to Alpha's eyes, those soaking red eyes.
嫌だ。死にたくない。助けて。お母さん。
No, I don't want to die. Please, save me, Mother. Shoot already, woman. Any last words? Keep quiet and pull the trigger or lower the gun. Well, he's definitely going to get shot because he deserves to. Well, let's be a snarky asshole.
言い残すことは
Any last words? Though I knew asking such a trivial question would only put us more at risk, I could not help but to show a little mercy. Alpha was not an AI. He was nothing but a young little boy, a child who was sacrificing his life for a cause he truly believed in. It was too ironic. Or maybe I could not help but sympathize with Enforcer Tsurugi. After all, I was about to kill his son. The least I could do was give them a chance to talk. One last time.
僕褒められたかっただけなんだ。頑張ったんだよ。頑張ったんだ。もっと人 間を幸せに。
All I wanted was to be praised. I did my best. My very best. And I tried making as many people happy as I could. But Alpha struggled to understand where he had gone wrong, and why he was. He kept screaming, and forced Tsurugi turned to the side, staring down at the floor.
もういい久我立ち城。
Please don't kill him. Miss Kukitachi, that's enough. Shoot.
わかりました。
Understood. Even the gunshot is red instead of blue. So weird. My gun fired, his body shuddered, and just like the monsters we had defeated, a red polygon fluttered from the point of impact. It did.
だ。お母さん。
Sorry, lap. I just wanted to see my mommy. After saying his last words, Alpha built into a billion bits of data. Go see your mom now. Oof. All I could do was gaze at the side. We only did what we were supposed to do. But then I felt a heavy emptiness weigh down inside me.
これでゆかりに続く手がかりがまた消えちまったな。
No, I lost the only lead I had to find Yukari.
すみません。ですが、消去するより他ありませんでした。
Sorry, but there was no other way.
分かってるさ。撃てと言ったのは俺だ。
I know. I was the one who told you to shoot. His eye downcast, his back hunched. He would not stop staring at the floor. I watched him, wrestling with my own pain within my chest. Without thinking, I said,
ですが、あなたが諦めなけれ
She's
ば
thinking Sokyo's
あなた
talking
の
to
意図が見
me.
つかるかもしれません。彼女が生きている可能性までもが消え去ったわけではないのですから。
But if you don't give up yet, there might still be another strand of fate awaiting you. There might be still another chance that she's alive.
そっか。それもそうだな。
Right. If you say so.
あなたが監視官になれるほど色相が改善したらつかめるかもしれませんね。
If your hue improves, you can become an inspector, and then you might be able to cross that fate.
おい、そりゃどういうことだ。あんた、まさか何か知ってるのか。
Hey, what do you mean by that? Do you know something?
と話してる場合じゃありません。そろそろログアウトしないとこの VR 空間が消滅します。
Oh, now is not the time to talk. We have to log out soon. The VR space is disappearing.
おい、久我立ち城。
Hey, Miss Kukitachi. This got resolved rather fast and without much trouble, didn't it? I turned my back to his as he gripped onto my shoulders. He would know the truth one day, but I wondered who would be there standing next to him. Maybe it would be me. I woke up at the same time as the false Tsurugi did, and Liz Karanamori gazed down at me, smiling.
おかえりなさい。無事でよかったわ。
Welcome back. It's great to see you guys didn't get hurt.
ただいま、からの森城。
Did you expect another season 9 finale? True. Hey, Miss Karanamori, sorry to worry you.
まったくよもう。通
I
信
mean, you
が
never
途切
know
れ
what
た
to
時はどうなる
expect with
こと
this
かと思
series,
っ
you
たわ
know.
よ。
Yeah, seriously. I was so afraid when our communication got disconnected.
ご心配をおかけしました。無事アルファを消去してきました。
Sorry to have worried you. We successfully retrieved Alpha's data.
ええ、少し前に急に都市内のコントロールがこっちに戻ったからきっとうまくやってくれたんだって思ってたわ。
Yeah, moments ago, we suddenly regained control of the city. So I assumed you guys did well.
ドローンの方は
How about the drones?
そっちも本部の電子情報戦チームと協力して緊急停止させた。
That reminds me, actually. None of you people play Fate Grand Order except Yo-Yo. So maybe kind of spoilers for Yo-Yo, so stop listening for like a minute or something like that. But Genero Bochi, who wrote season 1 of Psychopaths, also wrote the story of that of the last chapter we've gotten in Fate. And basically, once again, we are dealing with like this super powerful AI that's like the peak of humanity and stuff like that, raising a lot of the same questions as Psychopaths did. So it's kind of funny how that turned out being. Then again, it is kind of predictable, I guess, but it was funny. We worked with the cyber warfare team and we were able to shut them all down. Georgia pictures on Dumbaro. You're one of those people.
マニギノサ君から連絡ね。はいはい、こちらラボ。トラトラトラ、我作戦に成功せり。
I don't mind the spoilers. Well, maybe by the time you get there, you might as well just forgotten it. I think it's a thing like getting from cult like AIs. Yeah, maybe. It's like person became immortal and became an AI and tried to govern the entire fucking world through it. Was, yeah, sounded rather familiar. Oh, looks like Hino's is checking in. Hey, this is a lab. Hooray, we did it.
ふざけている場合か。大体実際に行ったのはクマたちと剣だろ。だが、その様子だと無事アルファを消去できたようだな。
Now is not the time for your chatter. First of all, Kukudachi and Tsurugi were the ones who did all the work. So it sounds like you guys successfully retrieved Alpha. Hello there, Roxy. Thank you for the raid.
メタンハイドレート爆破の方も心配なくなった
We're
わ。
just about done with this game now.
様々ね。
I'm not sure how long it's still going to take, but like the entire incident is solved, so might be done soon. The Methane Hydron base is fine too. Thanks to Nadeshiko.
いえ、なすべきことをなしたまでです。
So this is minor raid.
そちらの
Oh
状況
dear.
は
There are the headbats. There are the headbats. No, I just did what needed to be done. Inspector Ginoza, how is the situation on your end?
ドローンの動きが止まったからな。犠牲者は多く出たから
Always headbat.
救えた市民もいる。まだ混乱している状態だ。撤収はそれを沈めてからだな。
The drones were all shut down, the casualties are high, but we were able to save some civilians. Everything's still chaotic. We can't withdraw until the situation dies down.
わかりました。では、医療ドローンを。と、今はしばらくドローンの使用を差し控えた方がいいですね。
Sure. I understand. Then the medical drones could... Well, I guess we should suspend the use of drones indefinitely.
面倒だが、今市民はドローンに対して恐怖感がある。安全になったと理解していても、ドローンを見れば
Well, I mean, I can't blame them.
俺たちで何とかするしかない。
I mean, if a robot tried to kill me one moment and then tried to act like it was not hacked anymore the other moment, I still would be skeptical of that robot. I mean, come on. It's a pain that everyone's afraid of drones now. Even if they understand they're the only one out to help, their use may suffer when they see them. We have to do it ourselves.
了解です。では、すぐに私も出ます。
Roger, then I'll be on my way.
大丈夫か？君は今戻ったばかりだろう。無理はするな。
Are you sure? Didn't you just return? Don't push yourself.
いえ、大丈夫です。私にできることがあるならしたい。それが私にとって望ましいことなのです。
No, I'm fine. I want to help as much as I can. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do.
俺も行くよ。俺の故郷だ。ちょっとでも力になりてえ。
I'm going to. It's my hometown after all, so I want to help.
分かった。確かに人手は欲しいところだ。だがもう一度言うが、くれぐれも無理はするなよ。
Alright, we do need all the help we can get, but don't overdo it.
はい。
Okay. You can bet it, it's safe. Wee woo. I did not want to tell him, but when I came back, I could still feel the heavy emptiness weighing down inside me. In order to continue, I had to do what I had to do. There was no other way. It wasn't to negate the pain, but to accept it as something that happened, so we could move forward tomorrow. That's how humans lived. We chose our own happiness. That was what it meant to have free will. Since that incident, after all our efforts, the city returned to its peaceful state. However, the areas that suffered the highest casualties were set to be annexed, and the civilians decided that the majority would eventually immigrate. Once the environmental hollow of the city was restored, the traces of the chaos could no longer be seen. It was like it was all just a really bad dream. Oh dear, there is the loud helicopter again. God damn it.
本当にこの町とはお別れなんですね。
Now, we can finally say goodbye to the city, right?
わかんないぜ。近いうちにもっと呼び出されたりして。
Who knows? We might be called back when we least expect it.
ちょっと縁起でもないこと言わないで。
Hey, don't say such an ominous thing.
しかし随分長い間あの町にいた気がするな。
But it sure felt like we've been in the city for quite some time.
骨の折れる事件が多かったからな。こういう時は温泉にでもゆっくり浸かりたくなるね。
There were a lot of backbreaking incidents after all. Now, all I want to do is soak in a hot spring and relax.
いいですね、温泉。
That sounds perfect. Where are they?
箱根には合成じゃない温泉が。宿の景観も天然だ。
He knows out of all peoples know where to find a good hot spring. Alright. There were generally hot springs in Hakone. The view from the inn is also quite relaxing to gaze at.
詳しいっすね、ゲンさん。あ、まさか温泉好き？
You sure know a lot, you know. Do you like going to hot springs?
こいつ趣味がちょっとジジムすぎるね。
His status is as refined as an old man.
うるさい。温泉は日本人の心だ。もっとも残念ながらゆっくり旅行する余裕
That's alright, Oxy. Take care and see you later. Have a good night if I don't catch you anymore. Bye bye. Shut your mouth. Hot springs are at the heart of Japanese people. It's a pity we don't have the time to relax.
まあまあ、息抜きも大事だぜ。一語りで慰安旅行とかどうよ。
Well, it's also important to make time then. How about we, Division 1, go on a little vacation?
だからそんな暇はないと言ってるだろ。
I already said we don't have much time. We were all headed for home now, and finally had some time to unwind, relaxing in a transport aircraft. The recent incident was such a tragedy that the hues of everyone involved became susceptible to becoming cloudy. Initially I had felt torn and empty and burdened with all the pain, but now I just watched as we grew further away from Cedar Marine City.
よ、あんたはどうだ？温泉。
Yo, want to come with us to the hot spring?
利用した記憶がないのでわかりません。
I don't have any memories that can help me formulate an answer.
でも話によるといいらしいぜ。
Me neither. Well, good talk.
そうですか。
Really?
さっきからずっと窓の外を見て
God, you know hot spring goes, please. God damn it, Atlas. Contain yourself. You've been looking out the window ever since we left. Is there something wrong?
いえ、鶴に執行官です。ゆっくり見ておか
I
れ
mean,
る
it would be nice if the helicopter signs would stop, though.
故郷との別れというのは辛いものでしょう。
I mean, I hope it's not too loud. What does it look like on the recording? Well, it doesn't look that loud. No, Enforcer Tsurugi. From your standpoint, leaving your hometown must be rough, right?
いや、まあ初めてってわけでもないしな。
No. Well, this isn't my first time.
そうですか。
Is that so? I gazed out the window, watching the city grow smaller and smaller. I felt this was not the first time. We had seen this before. Together. But still, I could soak it all in. Before I could soak it all in, the city vanished into the horizon. A real helicopter is more obnoxious. I know, I know. And we were back to our everyday lives. What do you mean, turning point? Aren't we done yet? Uh-oh. My back felt like it was smashed by a steel pole, and the searing pain shot through my entire body. While dealing with those two issues, I kept asking myself one question. Why had something like this happened? What the fuck is going on? A report came in about the rise in the area's stress level. It stemmed from a man in his 30s, and we chased him all the way to the slums. It didn't seem like it would be any other case. But the area was like a maze, and before I had realized it, I was all alone, separated from my enforcer.
剣執行官、応答してください。通信が途絶えている。一体何が？
What else is going on? I thought we were getting at the end of this game, but I guess not. Enforcer Tsurugi, please respond. Our communications cut off? Just what is? Then, when I took a step forward, something came down from above. It was a heavy metal object of some A heavy metal object of some sort.
SOS を。
Yeah, this is bad. Help. I tried moving my aching body and managed to fidget with my whisk arm, but when I tried requesting for help, it would not work.
なぜ
Why? My ID as Inspector Nadeshiko Kitachi was not approved. It was like I did not exist, and my wishcom unlatched and then fell off by itself.
なぜ
Why? I hadn't followed and carried out, all my orders properly, yet why was the Public Safety Bureau disable system not responding to me? Just what had I done wrong? Unable to understand, I spaced out, gazing at my blood beginning to spread out across the floor. I heard someone's footsteps. Who was it? Maybe Enforcer Tsurugi, or... All of a sudden I could not see. I reached out my hand as a blurry figure approached me. I was losing consciousness. Then a deep darkness consumed me. Excuse me, what? 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 I have several questions. Did I get like a bad ending or something like that? I think I speak of all of us when I say, what the fuck? Yes. Yes, you do. I have additional questions though. I think you missed... Wait, what? Why is Makishima credited in the credits? Don't tell me that I need to play through this entire game again and play as Tsurugi instead, right? I guess I'll let the credits roll out and see if anything happens. No, oh, never mind. True end. Huh? How do you call this a true end? What? Excuse me, what?
新規にゲームを開始します。
Okay. I also got an achievement for that.
エクストラコンテンツリストを表示します。起動します。エクストラコンテンツリストを特典ボイスリストを表示します。
What on earth? Also, everything is locked. What do you mean 7000 B? What is B? Oh. Fuck off. Yeah, the bots are here. The bots are here.
エクストラコンテンツを表示します。
I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say right now. I guess that was the end, maybe. I guess that was the end of it. I'm going to stop the recording here. If this was not the end of it, then the people who are watching on YouTube are probably going to see another thing being uploaded after this, but I'm going to take a look at things now and the website to say maybe it gets explained in the next game. There isn't a next game. Not that I know, at least. But yeah, I'm going to cut the recording here. I will still be live, but yeah, I'm going to need to check out a few things here. Everyone on YouTube who have been seeing this, goodbye and take care, and see you next time, I suppose.